Welcome back to the No Morning Show. I want to introduce you to an artist this morning who's having a show this coming weekend on the 28th of October up in Santa Cruz. Good morning, Je-risa James.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm good, and you?
Alive and well and awake and excited to find out about some of your art.
Great.
First of all, I want to know what got you into art in the first place.
Well, since I could remember, probably a little before like primary school, my mom, she's a seamstress. Most of the females in my family are seamstress. So from that age, she had me like beating up wedding dresses for her. And I also have, my uncle is Glenn Ruptran also. So I saw a lot of art growing up. So that kind of gave me the drive and inspiration towards it.
And when did you decide you're gonna do this properly?
When I went to Bishop's, I had art class, and the teacher was like, "You're actually really good. You should try to get
Like
into
it's in
it."
your blood.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be good. But so when the teacher said you were good, it gave you the motivation to do it, to take it seriously.
Yes, yes. So after that, I went on to a scholarship where I did my art degree in the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, and graduated with honors. And I'm back to Trinidad now.
Nice. No, I always, hear people talking about artists and the struggle, the artist struggle, right?
Yes.
You went and you got yourself a degree in art. So it's not just like, people will say, you could do art, but make sure you have something to fall back on.
Yes.
Your fallback on is art.
Yes.
Does that ever concern you at all?
Not really, because I enjoyed so much. I always told myself ever from young that I want to do something that I love, something that I could wake up and I'd be like, oh my gosh, I have to go back to work again, So although yes, as the years progressed, I did do other stuff, my main focus was my art.
Tell me about the style of art that you do, because I'm seeing this one on the screen here now.
Yes.
And I realize you have something with faces.
Yeah, I do. I do semi-abstract art.
Okay.
So realistic, but not too realistic. So a twist on realism, not what you expect to see per se. So that's just playing with the imagination.
Yeah.
Because if you do realistic art, you get what you expect. So just something to, get the mind going.
How do you decide what you're going to do in the abstract part of the art? Because, you're saying that it's kind of mixing the realism with your imagination.
Yes.
So like that one that we just saw was clearly the bottom half was a clear face, but the top half you masked it almost. Even this one that we're seeing on screen here, where, I ain't gonna say what I think it looks like, but it's also a face reimagined in a kind of way. How do you decide what you're going to do with each subject?
Well, really and truly, I think it's just an artist's intuition. It's not something that's planned per se, but just like how the artist itself views something.
Right.
So I see things in shapes and colors. So that's what I break it down into.
Yeah.
Yeah, and change it from the realistic form of it. So I might change the color or change the shape of something just so it could be a little more imaginative.
Now, the name of your show that's coming up on Saturday is very interesting. Because as I mentioned, the struggling artist, the name of your show is Unemployed The Art Show.
Yes.
Why that name?
So, as I stated before, I went to university away.
Right.
I went on a track scholarship. I went on a full track scholarship.
You didn't say you do an art degree?
Yes.
On a track scholarship. Go ahead, I understand.
Right. So I went on a track scholarship, a full track scholarship that paid the bills, as I say, for me to get my art degree. And within that, after that, I graduated. I decided I wanted to come back home. And it has been a struggle, right? It's been roughly about 3 years since I graduated. And I had to kind of figure it out because work wasn't coming as easy as expected.
Well, where you get an art degree? Where does go and work?
Many things. So I don't just do like canvas work.
Right.
I do graphic design, I do digital art, photography, everything under the sun, right? So there's a lot of avenues that you could take. But it has been tough. So you have to kind of figure it out on your own. And I feel like most people within my age bracket, they're in that space. So we always have that little lull where you have to figure out, okay, what to do now, because can't just wait on a job.
And life and.
Yes. You can't be 25 and home and scratching. So
say it again for those in the back because like they ain't hear it. Some of them ain't hear that. But I understand what you're saying. So you decided I'm going to take my work, or is it that you decided I'm going to work on an exhibition?
Right. So I decided to take all the work that I did within those 3 years and showcase it. I feel like it's a little relatable because we all have that point where we're out of a job and we're trying to figure it out. So I'm showcasing what I felt within that time.
Okay. And so that's why you call it Unemployed The Art Show.
Yes.
All right. So the pieces that we can expect to see, these ones that we have on display here are some of the ones from...
Yes.
All right. Tell me about this one, not the face. The next one that looking larger bless-esque.
So this is my mom's favorite painting. Many people have asked her to buy this painting from her and she refuses to give it to them. I did this when I was in Bishop's, actually.
Okay.
So this piece is kind of old because she refused to let it go. So it's basically an abandoned chapel or church and the bride is a bride, a ghost of a bride.
Okay.
She represents the ghost of the brides that passed through.
The chapel.
The chapel, and you see the stairway to heaven. So.
What inspired this piece?
A lot of my pieces are dreams, actually.
Really?
Yeah, so it's what either a dream or things that I've seen passing by and it just kind of stuck with me and I kind of portray it onto canvas. That's usually what happens.
Do you do anything to put yourself mentally in a space to be able to receive those sort of things?
Not really. It kind of just
happens.
Just comes, yeah. So
how does it feel to be God's favorite? That's really the question. No, but I mean, congratulations on all this work. I understand that you also have a studio.
I do.
That's available for public. But you said, how does it work?
So I do have a space where I do my art and I also do tattoos. So that's what I use it for.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been doing, since I came back, well, since the pandemic, I decided, okay, let me try something new because I was back in Trinidad and I was like, not really feeling okay, just sitting down doing nothing. So I reached out to a tattoo parlor and they was like, your work is great, come in and we'll teach you. So that was another avenue that I took.
Right.
So I do my art and I do tattooing there. So usually people who come to get tattoos, they see my art as, killing two birds with one stone.
Yeah. So is the goal to sell the art?
Yes.
Yeah. So on Saturday when we come to is it La Pastora Community Center?
Yes.
In Santa Cruz.
Yes.
We have the opportunity to purchase the art on sale. For people who may not be avid, art fans, but they want to start a collection. They want to say, I want to invest in local art and I want to be able to take it to that next step. Give me a general price range that they can expect that, all right, let me budget for this thing. I come in with X amount of money.
Right.
Give me a range. From what to what?
Well, for me, it varies depending on the person.
And the size of the painting, I imagine.
Right. The size of the painting, the detail. It depends on the person also. I'm a degree higher, so the price goes up. The price yesterday is not the price today.
Yeah, boy, go ahead, let me hear.
So I would say from like 5,000 to about 10, depending on the size, but 5 is usually like the sweet spot.
Right.
So yeah, I think that's like the average price.
Okay. Is there an entrance fee as well to get in?
Yes, $40 for adults, $20 for children, because we also have a live band.
Oh, okay.
So we showcase in different forms of art.
Right.
So yes.
Okay. And what time does it start?
From 4 to 8 p.m.
From 4 to 8 p.m. this coming Saturday at the La Pastora Community Center in Santa Cruz.
Yes.
Yeah? Je-risa, congratulations on this initiative. I mean, taking it into your own hands and putting on your own exhibition is a huge step for any artist, because most people would go to a gallery or they would try and partner with somebody. So you doing this and taking this initiative is a step on its own, and I wish you all the best with it. Congratulations and good luck going forward.
Thank you so much.
It's a problem. Thank you for joining us this morning and for sharing some of this lovely week.
Thank you for having me.
Not a problem. Guys, we take a quick break and we come back with more Inside the Now Morning Show. We've been chatting with Je-risa James, artist who has a show coming up this Saturday, the 28th of October. It's called Unemployed The Art Show at La Pastora Community Center in Santa Cruz. We'll be right back.